Hey, Shalom, Shalom, want to start off souls, but giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash, double honors to the Apostle Great Most, and honesty, brothers doing the work, the most on truth, and in sincerity. Yahweh's real name, of whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah. Yahweh's real name is Yahweh, and his son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, and Shah meaning names, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. This is a quick one, man. And then this is it. We knew that this was some kind of play by the elites, right? Because I mean, yeah, it's true, and this is what these elites do, right? They'll bring out someone, that person tells the truth, but in that telling the truth, they then say something that is would you call it, that is that they can jump on, so that they can be like, oh yeah, you're listening to that guy, but that guy's a something or other. Let's get the word for. I believe there's another one that I'm looking for. But this is one that says ad, because there's another one. I believe, but I'll get this one too. It says an ad hominem, right? It says ad hominem, Latin for to the person, short for argumentum ad hominem, right? Latin for argument to the person, right? It says just ad hominem attack can take the form of overtly attacking somebody or subtly casting doubt on their character or personal attributes, right, as a way, and then we'll say something to the effect of to discredit their point. So then basically in an argument, you're not arguing against the person. You start being like, oh yeah, but you believe this, right? So that's what they've basically done with this guy, because this, he was bringing out certain points that were true, right? And that's it. Why is it that you bring out, no, it's basically to these executives, like, why are you allowing musicians to push murder amongst the community, right? Push drugs amongst the community and this and the other, whilst getting rich off of it, right? Those are true questions. Those are true statements. And I believe Charlemagne asked one of those executives, and he was like, oh, well, I gotta eat, right? The executive was basically saying, because I want to make money. That's basically what he said, right? In fact, even this is Psalms 137:3 says, for they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that waited us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And to this day, that's basically what these elites do, right? You remember, even as I'm saying this, I'm remembering 12 Years a Slave, where basically you had basically there was like a ball that they were having in the master's house, and then you had a Jake playing the violin. All right, but wait, I thought you said that Jake weren't amounting to anything. Yet Jake were your musical entertainment. To play music ain't easy, right? To play music ain't easy. Instruments like the violin, really any instrument, right? Especially like, to be on time, the different parts of your brain that are moving whilst playing said instrument, right? The fact that if you're on a piano, your left hand is moving differently to your right hand, right? All of these different things, right? But to this day, these elites require of us song, they require of us mirth, and require of us merchandise, right? This is Sirach 13:4, right? It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, right? And that's it. Because why do you think, I remember, what you call it, elder brother Rakar here in London said something years ago, at least, I heard him say it first, right? Which was like, if these elites can play these footballers, these entertainers, millions of dollars, that means they're making billions off of them, right? And that's it. Only reason E is giving these boneheaded Jakes, right, all of this money, all of this wealth, is because he's making even more, right? I.e., you are of his profit, right? It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee, right? If thou have anything, he will live with thee, yea, he will make thee better, and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Right? And that's it. Right? And that's why, for instance, every sportsman knows, right, when they represent England, right, and things are going well, guess what? He's the, England #1 or whatever, what have you. But as soon as they stop doing well, all of a sudden it's Nigerian-born, Jamaican-born athlete. Right? And it's funny because the same thing happened, which goes to show that these curses, when it says these curses shall be upon thee, right? The same thing happened to the footballer Mesut Ozil, right? Of Turkish heritage. He's a Jake, though, of so-called Turkish heritage. And his, but because of the war, you had a lot of immigrants that went over to Germany. And when he said it himself, look, when I was playing good, I'm German, but as soon as I start, not performing, all of a sudden I'm Turkish again. Okay, and that's just this man's spirit, right? So once again, that's what they've basically been using, Jake for. But once again, this particular individual, he's set up to discredit. So then when you're saying certain talking points, all of a sudden they say, oh, you heard that from Kanye, but wait there, right? Starting off the apostles and their teachers on before, and we've been saying this, and more so we can prove it in the scriptures, right? Because this man has been set up to sow confusion because, he's still talking black, he's still talking African, right? And that's what these devils do. They know how to manipulate the people. This is Psalm 64, right, and 6, right? It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, right? So these guys go in deep. And to be fair, I've got to be honest, psychology fascinates me, man. The fact that you can make someone think that an idea came from within themselves, right? Once again, remember the El Barakar speaking on the film Inception, right? The whole thing about how about Slovakia. The whole thing about how obviously not the dream bit, you dream within a dream, but the whole concept about making someone think that an idea is their own. That is marketing, right? And who were the kings of marketing? You go back to Edward Bernays. You go back to, and once again, the information came out, right? Although it was right there, right? That one of the founders of Netflix is from the Bernays family. Is from the Bernays family, right? So basically that's why there is so much witchcraft on there, because in those programs it seems like a little benign program, but really what's happening, they're pushing a witchcraft upon the people, right? And once again, in back to this topic, they know that the best way to control the narrative, right, is to have a figurehead. One of the best ways, let me put it like that, is to have a figurehead, and then that figurehead is then used to has like a fatal flaw. And I'm sure there'll be a name for this, right? That figurehead will have like a fatal flaw, and in that fatal flaw, people are then can then be used to discredit anyone. So rather, they can use that to discredit anyone that believes that particular individual, right? For instance, you have your David Icke, right? He basically will say certain things that are true, but then he'll start talking about lizard people. So then when you start, using certain of his talking points, what do you get? You get given an ad hominem attack. Oh, what, do you believe in lizard people too? Right? And that's what the elites do, right? That's why the scripture says we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We're not ignorant of the way that this devil moves and manipulates people to, well, that's it, manipulates people, right? Scripture says that this man is a liar. This is Psalms 58 and 3, right? It says the wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, right? And yet, the best form of a lie is someone who makes you believe what it is that they're spewing, right? And these Edomites, they're spewing absolute madness, but the majority of the people are so drunk, right, that they fall for them lies. Right, they easily taken. That's why even though more and more information is coming out against this, the juicy juice, right? More yet, people are still just believing it like it's nothing, right? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, right? And it says there the poison is philosophies, right? And that's it, right? So let's see here. You see that I won't read that bit. Right, it says that first group and then the second group, right, have defended his statements, right, and used opportunity to promote that and that, right. It says, the another group have expressed their delight, right, and then defended his right to free speech, right? It says other groups, right, and things, including those and those, have also commented on his that. It says and reports that he may purchase the that media platform that, right. So let's see what's going on. Right, it says national and local leaders of various that, including IUIC, ISUPK, and Sakari, reacted to his comments by reiterating his claims that that says and therefore cannot be that word. It says praising his role in spreading, and that's it. Because hey, we didn't unnecessary praise. And yeah, it's like cool. Hey, bring out the information, but we understand exactly what's going on here, right? We understand that there is a play. Now it is good because Scripture says you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, right? So these elites are trying to use this individual, right, to push out this narrative or whatever. But guess what? He's still doing the bidding of the Most High, right? Because you will have certain people that are looking up to be like, oh, well, what are they talking about? Because this is it. This is what Esau's doing. He's trying to get control over, control over the narrative, right? So, so you see that there, but yeah. So we carry on to 2nd Ezra 16 and 70, for they shall be in every place, and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right, so they're gonna start coming for us. Okay, and that's it. This is what this is a setup for. Right, we know it. It's like, yeah, man, hey, bring it out. Use that individual to bring out this information, right? Because guess what? Those that are supposed to be taken by, they're gonna be taken, right? But those that didn't know, now they're gonna be like, oh, right. Those that didn't know of the elect, or they're gonna investigate, and the Lord is gonna lead them down the right path, right? So it's like cool. And this is the thing, for all the wisdom that the Most High gave he's pretty damn foolish, right? Because little does he know, right, that rather he thinks he can upset the prophecies. Look, the elect are going to be sealed regardless of whatever theatrics you want to push out to this world, right? But we understand that it's going to start coming to a time when they're going to start coming for brothers, man, right? It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire, right? So this is all just a trial period, a time of Jacob's trouble that is to come. Right? Scriptures also says it says another one wanted, but same thing, right? It says Luke 21 and 12 says, but before all these they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to synagogues and into prison, and being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, and it shall turn to you for a testimony, right? And that's it. The people go and get brought before these different parliaments and whatever, what have you, right? But that's it. Goes on to say, settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer, for I'll give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Right? And then after that we're gonna get into a time when we're gonna have the Lord is gonna bestow upon some of his men some spiritual power, where basically our people ain't gonna be able are gonna be like, whoa. That's why the scripture says that people shall be willing in the day of thy power. It's Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. well, to the sea, to the inhabitants of the sea, of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So once again, he's going to start coming down with that wrath. He's going to start, start trying to control the narrative, but it's too late. It's too late, right? You're just trying to do damage control, but the damage is done, right? The damage is done, and your kingdom is done, right? So as always, Lord's will that was edifying. Till next time we say Shalom.